How many instruments can you play?
Guitar is my main one. If you ask the boys I play in a band with, they would not agree, but I can get behind a drum kit and I can play a bit of bass.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Through lockdown, I was trying to learn piano, but as soon as we got let out, I sacked that, and I shouldn't have done. I should have kept with it. So, confidently, one.
What's your go-to breakfast?
It's rare that I eat breakfast, you know. I'm usually just a coffee man. But if I was, I live in Canterbury, I'd probably go down to the Beano Cafe and get a mega breakfast. All sorts with it as well. You get a full portion of chips with it. Nothing better in the morning.
To be fair, I do like omelette, chips and beans and a bit of bread and butter.
Yeah.
And
you get a lovely bloke that comes and serves you. He goes, a mega breakfast for a mega man. That's all I need in the morning.
It's funny how you go to some places and suddenly it's acceptable to eat chips at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like an alcoholic.
And it comes with a cheap ketchup as well, which is usually rank, but
yeah.
if you've been out the night before, it's all you need in the morning.
I love it when they put the Heinz tub on the table.
Yeah. But it's like fluorescent red. There's no Heinz.
It's an Heinz and it tastes fucking awful, but I'm having it. What's the best gig you've been to?
Best gig I've been to? I think one of my most favourites, I really like a guy called Anderson East who is based in Nashville, and he's kind of soul country stuff. He's done a lot of stuff supporting Chris Stapleton. I was out there doing writing in Nashville for a couple of weeks, and whilst I was out there, I was just by myself one evening thinking, I'm in Nashville, there's got to be some artists that are playing around the place that I can catch. And I'd seen Anderson East play a couple of times in London, and was Googling it, and it turns out that he was releasing a vinyl of, he'd done a live album called Live in Nashville, and he was releasing the vinyl by doing an in-store in like a little record shop in Nashville. So I was like, oh, amazing, I need to go see what this is. Didn't cost me any money, I just had to like register to go, and went there, and it was like this really cool, I forget what it was called, Slimey's I think it was called, this big like record store out in the sticks just on the outskirts of Nashville. Turned up, it was in the daytime, it was packed out, but I managed to literally be from me to this microphone away from the entire band, and he has like a brass section, he's got an amazing keys player. So it almost didn't feel like a gig because it was in the middle of the day and they set up in the middle of like a shop, but it was unexpected and really memorable. Like, I'll never forget that. It was amazing.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely amazing. I'm going to ask now, didn't you? What's the worst one?
Worst one, probably one of mine. Early doors of gigging. I started gigging when I was about 11, 12 years old, and my old man would drive me around to all the shows, and we went to some strange places where, you'd turn up, you'd drive for hours, you'd turn up, and there'd be the sound man and his dog, and he didn't look like he was enjoying it either, so I've done a lot of those.
Yeah. The next question is, if you could pick a famous person to be your best friend, who would it be?
Probably Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah.
I love a bit of Mickey Flanagan. He seems like it'd be a laugh.
Was it him who said, it really made me laugh, there's a reason why we build houses, and he was talking about camping?
I don't know. I don't recognise that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It might have been.
Yes, I only say that because me and my wife went camping. We had like a horror story of a storm hitting and a tent blew away, and it was like a scene out of a horror film. Like tents were flying all over the place, people were screaming, and then I watched that, and he was like, "Yeah, there's a reason." And we suddenly resonated with us. We were like, "Yeah, actually, I see what you mean there, Mickey." What is your biggest ick in a person?
Probably rudeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're treating people badly, rudeness. I think if you're at a restaurant and you're rude and all of that kind of stuff, it's not cool for me.
Absolutely not. And what's the biggest ick that you've got?
I'm a bit of a clean freak.
Oh, really?
I think at times, with my partner, I think at times it's a blessing. At other times, it's certainly a curse.
Yeah.
Because it can be a bit much at times. So I'd probably say that.
Mate, we couldn't live together. I'm so messy. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. What is your favourite cartoon?
We talking film or series?
It's a good question. Let's do both. Why not?
Film, probably have to be Toy Story.
Yeah.
Classic. Series, I'll go with South Park.
Oh, I bought a South Park t-shirt the other day.
Did you?
Primark, £6.
Oh, still.
Skateboard or rollerblades?
Skateboard.
Yeah. Do aliens exist?
I think so, yeah. Surely, right?
Yeah. Which happy memory do you have that will make you fly like Peter Pan?
The one that first pops into my mind, career-wise, is I had the opportunity with the two lads I'm in a band with to support Jules Holland at the Royal Albert Hall. And walking out on stage there was like a feeling and a memory and a sight I don't think I'll ever forget. So, yeah, that was pretty magical.
Yeah. What's your favourite animal?
A bear.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So many people just go, dog.
I love bears.
Like that. Do you have any hidden talents?
No, I don't think I do. I feel like... Nah, I was going to say a bit of magic, but it's like child's magic. But nah, my friends will laugh at me if they hear that as well. I've got one trick where I can make a card float and it's all in the thumbs.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing.
Absolutely nothing. What's your favourite drink?
I drink too much Coke Zero, but if I was going somewhere and having a drink, I'd have a nice cold pint of lager.
Nice. Is there a specific lager?
I like Camden Hells at the moment.
Yeah. Is that like a bespoke one for the area or something, or is that something you pick up at Morrison's?
No, it seems like it's pretty mass produced now. Yeah, there's some good beers. There was a point where I was doing all the IPAs and stuff and all the fancy ones, but I don't really like them anymore. Just a good pint of lager.
3 people to a dinner, alive or dead.
Ooh.
Who'd you take?
We spoke about him earlier. Marcus Mumford,
Yeah.
I'd like to take. He seems like a good time and I'd like to chew his ear about music. I mentioned him earlier, Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah.
It'd be good fun at a dinner party. I need one more person. Do I have like a comedic sandwich with the musician? I go for... Have you heard of the American comedian called Bert Kreischer?
No.
He's got a great sketch about the machine. You should check that out. It's good fun. I'll have him as well.
Do you think the moon landings happened?
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I semi-disagree.
See, that's the point, is because it's quick fire, I'll just sit on the fence with it, but I kind of think some of it, when you look at the footage now, it's a bit...
It's a bit ropey.
I always find interesting is there was that documentary where they had all of the people that were involved in it who were like heavily religious, and the guy was going around going, swear on the Bible that you went, and they were going, get out of here, I'm not doing it. And it's like, well, you just would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you did it, you would. You go, yeah, I swear on the Bible, we did it.
But
none of them did.
Didn't they also get a little girl to ask, is it Buzz Aldrin?
He was the second man on the moon, wasn't he? Yeah.
One of them. They got a little girl to go, did the moon landings happen? And he was like, that's not a kid's question. Just to avoid it, it didn't happen. Or it did, and you're lying because you saw yourself up there or something. Do ghosts exist?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Simon?
I have a weird thing that when people ask that, I go, yeah, I think I did. I was doing a show in Germany, and it was in an old like shooting club type thing. I can't really explain what it was, but it just was like an old place, and I was in the green room, and there was like a cabinet of all these trophies behind glass, and I looked up and saw the reflection of someone behind me, like clear as day. Turned around, there was no one there. So I thought, oh, was that a ghost, or
someone
German lager is quite strong?
Yeah, someone making a really, really bad joke.
Yeah.
Favourite film?
A Room for Romeo Brass.
Great film.
Do you know it?
Yes.
It is a great film, isn't it?
Yes. If you could instantly travel somewhere, where would you go and why?
I think I'd go to Manhattan. I watch on YouTube these two guys, but there's a guy called Action Bronson who just does food tours, and it looks like me and my partner are proper foodies. So I think I'd go over there and just hit the places that he's been to and just eat copious amounts of food for a few days.
Have you been to New York before?
Yeah.
Isn't it just the best place?
I love it. For a few days. It gets a bit overwhelming after a while, but I went out there. I was lucky enough to do a show out there, which was amazing. And then I went back with my partner and her family. And yeah, just being in all of that it's madness, but it's I love it.
It's good
I
chaos.
think it's, yeah, I like all of that. Yeah.